All right, welcome YouTubers, and today we are I'm going to continue with my M1A2 tank build series from Tamiya. I was having some camera issues, and so I have done some building of some of the vehicle, and just like I had stated with the transmission, I'm not going to take it all back apart and redo it, but I did take some stuff apart so you can still see what I've done. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is what we're going to be working on. We're going to be putting the road wheels and arms into the hull. And this is what I've done. Okay, so I've done a lot of it, but I've left the front one here. And as you can see, I've left some open ones there too. Now this tells you to put grease in these areas. Right here and here for the arm to rotate on. I put bearings in there. I put sealed bearings in there to protect the hull and for better, smoother movement, of course, while the vehicle is going over terrain. I still ended up greasing up my arms a little bit, but not much. See that? Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's not much, but it's still greased up. So now I'm going to go ahead and install these. So what I want to also bring to your attention is notice how the road wheel covers the hole. This is just like the real tank. And the way we did it on the real tank is you take the road wheel off. But I'm not going to do that because it's a whole assembly on this thing. I also want to point out, if you haven't noticed, the center pieces right here, they're not matte, they are glossy, right? That's because this cap right here on the real tank is clear, and this is where you see your oil. But because it's a model and the road wheels come already in a beige color, you can't have them clear. So I painted them black as if they had oil in them, and because it's a clear plastic, it is shiny. So therefore, it would leave your sight glass a glossy look. Okay, so let's put this together. We're gonna pull this back, and we're gonna just slide that in there. Bam. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. And take another one and do the same thing. And once again, like I said, I have bearings in there, so it's going to make things a lot smoother and easier for terrain, but also for putting this together. Because once you put this together, if you decide you want to put bearings in it, you are going to be very angry at yourself for not getting them in the first place. With that being said, if you want to put bearings on your version of this model, you can get them on eBay. It comes with a complete sealed bearing set, except for the final drives. The final drives, Tamiya already comes with bearings for the final drives, and the guy does not provide, unless he's changed it since I got mine, but the guy does not provide sealed bearings for the final drive area. You will have to either get your own, or maybe even when you go to buy the bearing kit, request it. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, well, you just slid those in there. That can't be it. It's not. This is the fun part. Actually, it's really not that fun at all. I'm just kidding. Alright, so as you can see, right there. Oops. Where's my pointer at? Here we go. This works. Right there, you've got a lip on the road wheel arm, and that is where your C-clips are going to go. And this little gap is where that tang is going to go. Now, this is not an easy task to do, especially once you already have these things in position. It's tight, and there could be some unpleasant words coming out of your mouth, because C-clips like to shoot. They like to shoot off of things and disappear, and that's no fun, because then you have to find it, and if you can't find it, you have to go out and buy more, which, by the way, you can do at your local hobby store, or not hobby store, but your local hardware store, such as Home Depot or Lowe's. I think Home Depot has a better selection. Anyway, so, and I don't remember if I had told you about this or not before. In some of my other videos, I've done videos, and I don't remember if I had posted them or if I'm waiting to edit them. I can't tell you. But on this particular model, this area right in here, from here all the way up to here, is separated. Tamiya wants you to screw it together, which I did, and it's supposed to close it up, and then they want you to put a piece of tape on the bottom to seal up the hole, which I did. I really hate it, but I did it because that's what the instructions say. I will probably change that later on. I don't know yet. What I did do, once I had sealed this, or once I had screwed it together and I put the tape on there, I took liquid electrical tape and I filled in that whole area with liquid electrical tape, and it sealed it pretty good, so there's no seam or no cracks inside my hull. So if I do decide to go in the water, it's not going to come through. Not through there anyway. Hopefully it won't come through anywhere else, but definitely will not come in through there. And then of course I painted over it because the hull of the real tank is white color, and that is exactly what color I painted it. Alright, so let's get to cracking on these C-clips. Come on. Oh. Alright. That one went on pretty easy. I'm surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but surprised nonetheless. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Well, feels like the arm is trying to sneak out. It was. That's two. Got one more to put on. And then I think I'm going to do this back one over here. I like this one better. So now I also want to point out, you're probably going, why are your bars all white? My bars don't look anything like your bars. This is true because I covered my bars with a white air tubing. I'll explain why. So on a real tank, these bars that go across here, they are just like on this one, they're torsion bars, but these white pieces are actual tubes that protect your torsion bars from water and stuff, because on a real tank water does get inside the hull, and there are areas where it drains out and such. However, if you just had it with the torsion bars in there bare, they would rust. So they have tubes that go across from side to side, and that's what I did. Is I took this white air tubing and I simulated my tubes. So, okay, now I'm going to do this other side, and then we're going to move on. Something else I want to point out is I want to show you. Okay, you see your road wheel, right? This is your arm. You know that too. Okay. On a real tank, there's not a bolt here, but there is an area that sticks out like this on the real tank. Granted, it's not silver. I should have painted this. Being a little, I guess I figure since nobody can see it, right? That's a horrible thought. I painted the rest of my hardware. I don't know why I didn't paint these. Anyway, these little areas right here on the back of the real tank, they are for these are your bump stops. And what these do is they stop these road wheels from bottoming out, so that way it doesn't cause any serious damage. So these here are pretty important road wheels for this vehicle, and that's what these bump stops are for, so they don't bottom out and do damage to the bottom of the tank and to that particular area. Just thought I'd give you a little knowledge on that. So let me finish putting these on. Okay, YouTubers, there you have it. There's all the pieces put in. Now, I haven't decided yet. Entirely up to you. It really doesn't matter as far as the security of the C-clips or the E-clips, whatever you want to call them. But if you are planning on going in the water, and you're not sure if you are going to leak water through there, you may want to put some type of sealant on these areas, because you're not going to take these off again unless you break a torsion bar. And if you break a torsion bar with a plastic tank, you did something really bad. So it's entirely up to you. I really don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Just because I'm using marine grease instead of the grease that came with the tank itself, because marine grease is for marine applications, and it's a lot better for water. So prior planning, I plan on maybe sometime going in the water with this thing, and when I do, I want my vehicle to be protected. So there you have it. I have paints. I have parts to paint, and so that will be it for this video. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe. If you have any comments, please comment. I'd love to hear your questions and things. Oh, wait, there is one more part I can put on. Hold on. This right here is the idler wheel, and this on this particular tank probably has to be my favorite part. Why is it my favorite part? Well, I'm gonna show you. So I have two Henlong M1A2s. And one of the most annoying things about the Henlong M1A2 is the fact that you cannot tighten up your track. There's no way to adjust it unless you get some aftermarket stuff. Or I believe it was an all aluminum hull that came with the track adjuster, and it was like a ridiculous, I don't know, like $800. I mean, it was crazy the amount of money they wanted for that thing. And so it drove me crazy, and I was going to end up making my own thing. And then I discovered Tamiya came out with their version, and that just made me all excited. So if you notice, your hull has a star pattern. See that? This is going to allow you to adjust your track tension. I love that. I'm so glad that Tamiya came up with this. That is so awesome in so many different ways. It is not, of course, it is not the same as a real tank, because a real tank is hydraulically actuated. Actually, it's by grease, but that's beside the point. It's still a hydraulic and function application. So anyway, you just, right now all you're doing is you're guessing where you're going to put it, because it's just gonna sit in there. You're gonna put your little white cap on. Well, It's not, mine is white, yours probably won't be. Oh man, really? Wow, that's twice. I'm all fumble fingers today. Let's get that out of there. Let's try this. Let's do it like this. It doesn't help that I have fat fingers either. There we go. Now, in the instructions it tells you to put Loctite on these. Well, I'm not doing that until I'm ready for track. Because once I have it adjusted, then it's going to be adjusted. And then if I do something with my track later, then I'll do it later. But right now, there's no point in me putting Loctite on it. That just makes no sense to me. So, for future adjustment purposes, because I will not be using the plastic track, I will be using the metal track, which I do not know if you know, they do make metal track for this. Tamiya does not, but it is an aftermarket metal track, and if you'll hold on a second, I will go get it and show you. Okay, here it is. It is metal housing with little rubber pads, just like the real M1A2 tank. Now, I painted mine black. As you can see, I actually used a some type of coating. I can't remember exactly what it was that I used, which gives it the real tank look as far as if it was new track. I may change this later on and make it look more rustic. I just haven't, or rusted as used track, but for now it looks like fresh, brand new track that you're going to put on a real tank. Alright, that's it. You can also get this on eBay. Now, I will tell you, it is not cheap. It's like 160 bucks for this. Alright, so there you go. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to comment, by all means, please do. And please subscribe. Thank you very much. If you are new to the hobby, welcome to the family. Glad to have you. Have a great day. Bye.